Get ready for the next battle.
Hadouken! What the hell?
Flawless victory.
Well, Resident Evil Requiem has recently been announced as the next mainline entry in the Resident Evil series. As a huge Resident Evil fan, I cannot be more excited for this latest installment. As of right now, there isn't any gameplay to analyze or much to go off of in terms of what the atmosphere and story will be like. What we do know so far is that the game will feature Grace Ashcroft, the daughter of Alyssa Ashcroft from Resident Evil Outbreak, as the main protagonist. Word on the street from some YouTube creators who got a close sneak peek at the beginning of the game had mentioned how you start off in a hospital setting with some sort of stalker monster chasing you as you collect some items to escape. They mentioned how intense and scary the atmosphere felt and compared it to Resident Evil 7. It also seems like right off the bat, this will be the most versatile Resident Evil in the series with the third-person and first-person options from the get-go, which makes a lot more people happy to be able to play the game the way they prefer. Which that makes me very glad to hear, but my biggest hope is that Leon and Jill will return in some fashion as the game features an abandoned and apocalyptic Raccoon City after the events of RE2 and RE3, because it would only make sense for those two to have some part in the story, even if it's a role like Chris Redfield's in RE8 where he's there but he's not playable, he's just kind of part of the story here and there. I mean, he was playable in like the after the Mercenaries and the ending of RE8, but having kind of a smaller role as more of like not even a mentor, because he wasn't a mentor at all, but just being a presence there, part of something bigger. But the outcry for Leon has been crazy too, with almost the majority of comments under the Resident Evil 9 trailers. People are begging for his appearance, with me included. I mean, Leon Kennedy is one of my favorite video game characters of all time. I've dressed up as him for Halloween, for crying out loud. But it would suck to see his story end here, or to not even see him at all. I mean, he still has so much potential as a character to grow and evolve with all these other characters included. And I am completely open to having a brand new main character, but it'd be really great to see Leon, or even better, play as Leon in some segments of the game. He really got cheated with Resident Evil 6, so justice for Leon, please. A major concern, though, that seems to be in the air is if the game does feature Leon, will Capcom kill him off? I mean, sure, it's poetic to kill off Leon in the place that started his journey, but that would really suck. But part of me thinks that Capcom wouldn't kill off basically the face of Resident Evil, especially since Leon is such a popular character amongst the Resident Evil community and fans alike. But time will tell, and we'll see once the game comes out. But either way, I'm really looking forward to getting this game and can't wait to get my hands on it and explore it when it comes out in February. But survival horror fans are really eating good with not only Resident Evil 9 coming soon, but Silent Hill F is just around the corner, coming out in September. And even more recently announced a Silent Hill 1 remake from Bloober down the road, along with their new game Chronos, which I'm looking forward to all of that. And I gotta mention, even though this is completely off topic, but being a huge Final Fantasy fan, I am as well, I cannot mention this. Final Fantasy Tactics Remastered coming in September is just the chef's kiss to all of this for me. This has been like the most hyped I've been for video games in a while, with back-to-back releases that really appeal to me.